we're gonna look at the First Descendants and the Season 1 launch. First, before we do that, let's get into the First Descendants. For those who don't know what the game is, the First Descendants is made by Nexon, which is a Korean-based company that made games like MapleStory, Mabinagi, and a few other games that are not too popular, but people do enjoy. So the First Descendants is similar to Destiny, Warframe, and you can also say Borderlands in some way because they're both the same genre of game. The First Descendants launched on all platforms on June 30th with Season 0. That's like, I guess, preseason, you can say. By the way, it hit 264K on Steam, which Steam alone has a lot of players. So we can say about the same amount on each platform. We're just going to leave it as that, just for simplicity in the case. Now it's sitting at about 50K daily. So it dropped about 200K daily players on Steam. I don't know how the consoles look like, but that's pretty normal drop. Honestly, it's never gonna be as popular as the first day, but it is normal to a game to drop like that. The game right now has 15 Descendants. If you don't include the Ultimates, if you include the Ultimates, they have about 21, 22 Descendants, and they're adding more. Throughout the game, you start level 1 and you hit the level 100. Once you hit level 100, you start to hit a wall, basically. That's like the max level. And then you have to start using other ways to get yourself stronger. You have different intercept battles you can do, the hard mode, normal mode. Some of the bosses in the game you're required to play with teammates, so you can't do it solo for whatever reason why. Then we have the new update. So after all that, Season 1 launched. About a week and a half ago from me recording this, and it didn't do good. I don't think so, not in my opinion anyways. The season launched and it's riddled with issues. So first of all, let's get into the beginning. Haley. Haley is way too hard to get. They said it took 12 days to unlock the character. If you are like a kind of a serious gamer, you could probably unlock an ultimate in about 7 days or less. And Haley takes longer than all those. But Haley is the strongest character I've ever seen in the game so far, taking over millions of damage in a single hit. And while I'm on this topic of new characters, they're also releasing Ultimate Frenna in October 10th when the next second half of the season comes out. Alright, so let's get to what this season gave us. What new things it gave us. So new dungeon types. So now we have these invasion dungeon types, which you can only do 2 a day of each of them. So there's 2 of them that start, and each one of them you can complete twice. And when you complete them, you get Haley shards. Now the problem is, you only get a certain amount of Haley shards, and there's a chance you won't even get the one you want. So let's say this: you complete 2 invasions, and you get the gold reward. So that's like 30 Haley shards, or 25% chance of each one. So let's say this: you get all that, you get everything you need. You complete all your stuff. That's 12 a day you can get. And you can do dungeons and stuff, but the drop rate is so low on those, it's not even worth it. Unless you're going to sit there and grind it over and over again, it's not even worth it. They said 12 days on average. So imagine this. So you have to do it 12 days on average, and that's on average. That does not mean you will get it, because there's a 25% chance you won't even get, you will get a part you don't even want. Actually, I take that back, sorry. 75% chance you will get a part you don't need. And then you have to do it again and again and again until you get that part. Then we get to the invasion missions itself. The invasion missions itself absolutely suck. They were overly difficult for no reason. It had you. I did it on day 1, and it said for the invasion you have to complete it within 4 minutes and 44 seconds. But the boss was so tanky, I don't know how anybody could beat them in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I'd spent 6 minutes trying to kill the boss, but I can't even kill the boss because whenever I try shooting him, I get killed by the weaklings walking around that deals, for whatever reason, 4k damage when I have 6k health. So overall, that invasions parts suck. Honestly, the invasions do need to be reworked in my opinion. They said they are reworking them. They're making it a little bit easier, which is a good thing because those things are a little bit on the harder side. Now it's okay to have hard content. I'm not complaining that it's hard. I'm complaining that they locked a character behind the hardest thing in the game, and they give you unreasonable times, like 4 minutes to get the gold medal, but the boss has so much health that you can't even damage them in enough time. And you have a time limit to damage the boss before it gets more shields. And on top of that, if you do it too many times, you will instantly lose the mission. So you have to actually like be strong enough. If you're not strong enough, you're not gonna be able to do it either way. So for Haley, let's talk about how you create Haley. The same 4 pieces as every other character needs, but you need to collect 36 of each type. That's 144 total. Now, it's no big deal if it's 144 total, but the problem is you can only get 12 a day, and there's a chance you won't even get the one you want. So if it makes it take you longer, you probably be looking at it for a month, and you probably still won't get it. It's intensely long for like no reason why. They said they're making it easier. I think they really did make it a little bit easier. But I still think it's unreasonable considering it's a normal descendant and not an ultimate. Like the ultimate descendants are easier to get than it is to get Haley, which doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like you have ultimates, you have normals, and the normal is harder to get than the ultimate. I don't know. I don't think it's a good matchup. Regardless of all that, Haley herself is extremely hard to get, and after you get all the pieces you need, so all the 36, 144 total, all the 36 pieces, you then have to craft each of the pieces of the 36. Not only do you have to grind out 36 pieces, you then have to craft those 36 pieces with the other parts, like a normal descendant. Now, if you want to do that, okay. But 36 is a little bit extensive. Maybe like 16, maybe 20 would be like, it won't be the perfect thing, but it's a lot better than what it could, like what it is right now, anyways. Or have high drop rates. That will work too, in my opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this because I'm conflicted. I'm gonna be completely honest. Alright, so the new dungeons. The dungeons are fun. They are fun. They are unique. They do provide something new, which is nice because we've been playing the same content for the last 2.5 months, 3 months now. Anyways, that's all I got for this. I just want to complain a little bit about season 1. It is a good season. There is some good things about it. New characters, new storylines coming out, more content finally. They did change a lot of things up to make it more appeasing, give you different ways to make you stronger. Overall, I give about 60 out of 100. It could be better. It really could be better. I hope the second part of the season is a lot better than what they did with this first part. They are fixing a lot of things, so this stuff right now this is how I feel. But when they change it, I'll make another video updating my thoughts about it. But right now, this is how my thoughts are. I have not completed the whole season 1 story yet, so this is beginning thoughts. This is not complete thoughts. So take that in mind as I talk about this. I'm not giving my complete thoughts on it. I'm giving my initial thoughts from someone that completed a little bit and started invasions. My name is Actius. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you didn't, you don't have to. It's okay. You can dislike if all you want. Thank you for watching and subscribe if you want to see more.